institutions move in the right direction. We need that because we've lost that glory. The political will is there. I want to make that very clear. The political will is there. I was not part of any party. I'm a human rights activist. The political will is there. If it is not there, you would hear. So let us all focus and follow up on the National Development Plan. Let us work on all the materials that are going to make our governance, our country move forward. Let us accept, like my sister said, whether it is coming from the majority this thing or lower this thing, if it is objectively useful, let us resonate with it to move the country forward. Let us not undermine or criticize things that are for the best interest of the country. It will not take us anywhere. It will only drag us. We have suffered. And we urge ourselves, the cabinet is very much aware of that. And we are calling ourselves to accountability to ensure that things happen. And I'm telling you, the political will is there. If it is not there, you will hear. It is there. It is our duty and responsibility to follow up on matters, to try to implement things on time, to follow due processes, to ask, and my office is open, and any minister's doors are open. If you want to meet us, come there. We cannot respond to everything immediately, but if you come at the right time when we are available, we will listen to you, and we make sure that we try as much as possible to make things happen, but it has to come in the collective interest. The collective interest. If there is a disaster, disaster is under my purview. We have had and we are preparing, we are mobilizing. It happened, but you have to get the vehicles. You have to send somebody to go and assess. You have to find out what are the needs, what are the immediate needs, you prioritize. You have to look at the medical needs so you can see the integrated nature of how disasters need to have a holistic approach to be able to respond to those things. So in trying to respond to those things, I come and I said, I'm the vice president, please dimbale Mama Anthony. You know, I'm also affected. No, it's about the country and the people and the collective interest. And when we take leadership, our leadership should be focused on, I came out to say I can do it. I am doing it on behalf of my people, not for yourself alone. These are so, let's change our attitudes. Let us, we are in a very extraordinary moment in the history of the Gambia. For those of you who have been in this country for the past 2 decades, whether we like it or not, we have seen and observed. We should give ourselves to the new Gambia and move this country forward. Move each other, irrespective of our partisans. It is your right to belong to any party. But it is everybody's right in the Gambia to enjoy what the Gambia offers. This is the reason why I thought I may not be the expert in responding to these things. The ministers are here. It is part of our cabinet decision to say, any minister that is here, and the speaker, I want to appreciate her leadership because she calls, she writes, she informs, and follows it with phone to say, this is happening. If you are less busy or you don't have any serious, please come in. All engagements are serious, but sometimes you can make a choice to say, okay, let me go and listen. I'm a very frequent person in this place. But when I came as vice president, I was trying to understand my environment, trying to respond and do things. This is the first time I think I'm coming since I became vice president. But I always want to come and take my notes, follow up on each ministry. This is what was said. But then the collective, it is a procedure, a process that needs to be done. And this is what all of us have to do. We should not do attacks. We should do constructive analysis, constructive engagements, and also move forward with the interests of the Gambia. The institutions are going to remain. All of you will finish here at the end of your term. If the people don't bring you back, you cannot come here. So it is what you have done and what I have done during my time that I will inherit to live a decent life, a citizen that is proud of my country, a citizen that I feel is going to affect, that is going to benefit everybody. So I urge and ask lawmakers, we have a role to play in peace. It's not only the government. Your duty is to promote peace in your constituencies, to bring in constructive dialogue among yourselves, and to be above, to develop that, it's not intellectual, but it's that ethical process in which you can unite your people to work towards the common good. I'm very impressed by the request you are making about water, roads, education, medicine, Everything is all about the social dimensions. And this is what we should, even in our communities, do. You are not doing it for anybody but for yourselves and ourselves. Let the Gambia change its political dynamics. When it comes to partisan politics, go and do it. But when it comes to development politics, we should speak the same language. We should speak the same language. As a women's rights activist, I am here to raise issues not only for the women, but for both men and women and the polity. But when I come to analyze the situation, how it impacts on women, the lawmaker has just raised it. The women suffer the drudgery of work. They carry on with a lot of, they want labor-saving devices. They want tractors. They want milling machines. They want good roads to be able to go on the market facilities, storage facilities, because they carry a very important role in the household to feed the family. They contribute seriously and they are part of the care economy. They would need good health. These are all things. So all the issues that you have raised here today is something of concern to all of us. And we, the government, the lawmakers, everybody is responsible for that. It's not only the government in place, but everybody is responsible. But we have to create synergy. We have to create synergy. We have to appreciate. We have to understand that we have inherited a very difficult situation, a situation that His Excellency cannot address alone, neither me nor others, and you alone. It needs synergy, putting together. That's why you have the National Development Plan. That's why you have the policies. That's why we are developing laws. That's why you have the appropriation bills. That's why we're talking about budget speeches. I heard people talking about other things. I'm not the expert, but with the extraordinary situation that the Gambia has faced, we need to do international competitive bidding, yes. But things like life and death, I'm telling you as the Minister for Health, what I experienced. There are certain things, yes, in everywhere in development paradigms. I'm telling you this is about discourse analysis. Everywhere, there are certain aspects in ministries that are between life and death. Do you have to wait? You have 15 people lying down, and if that drug is not available, one vial of that drug to serve those people, and you say you want to take it for competitive bidding, how many weeks and how many months is that going to take? I just want to raise the issues now. How many months and how long is it going to take? You would have lost all of them, and if there are more, all are dead. That is the reason why on special occasions, and it does happen in every country and in every dispensation, people ask for special waivers for such circumstances, and such circumstances to be able to purchase the drugs, for them to be able to purchase the equipment, to be able to respond immediately as a result of the emergencies. You have seen what does happen even on other regions where Ebola was not expected. Do they have to go and advertise this for 10 years, for 10 months or 6 months? So these are some of the specifics and specificities. As lawmakers, you have to put into consideration when a minister comes and says, I need you to approve this for me, or I need you to please allow me, I want the GPPA to waive this for me, so that I can respond to this because based on data and information, we had a surveillance team that is surveying the whole country and that are bringing in vital information to the minister and his technical people. The technical people on the ground are bringing, and if it happens and it touches one and the whole village gets it, it means it's annihilation. What decision would you make? That's a fundamental issue. We have inherited a situation where farmers have not been able to get access to fertilizer, seed, or some other inputs to make that, and 75% of the population lives on them. And because they live on them, you cannot tell of the vagaries of the weather. You want to make sure that those farmers prepare themselves. And there is so much delay and resistance in trying to make the meetings on time, to make the decisions so that things will move rapidly. I'm busy like this. We have to change our work ethics. We have inherited a difficult situation. We have to work extraordinarily to make it happen. Let's come to work on time. Let us engage. Let us make sure that we finish our files before we go. Those that we can finish, those that require due diligence and other synergies, give it to them to let it go. Let us make sure that we support each other and not to say, noble information, Just keep it up. Don't worry. I will keep it here, it will not go. How can I make my decision to help others? This is the Gambia. See the Gambia. Let us see the Gambia. If we see the Gambia, the challenge is not insurmountable. We can deal with it because the whole world is coming now to look at us, telling us, how did you do it? How did you manage? We have done it. And when it comes to building our institutions and governance, I think we can also teach others that we that you will least expect. But it's all about our attitudes, the ethics of work, and how we engage with processes, not seeing it as a personal vendetta, but seeing it as the fact that he or she is sitting in that position and will need to work together to let it move. I want to once again say that I am very happy to be here, but to tell you that to make things move for the Gambia, the political will is there. But if we want to bring in certain resistances and trying to squeeze each other here and there, I don't foresee the future bright. But if we are coming with our hearts to do the work and to support the dispensation for what it is doing and the commitment it has to promote and advance the cause of the Gambia, we have the enabling environment in Adama Barrow. I'm not politicking. I am now talking about the fact that we have a leader who is accountable to the state. He is the primary duty bearer, that is as the president, and he is supposed to be making sure that he does what will be in the best interest of the country. He is not serving only one party. He is serving everybody. So this is why I thought I should make this comment. Listening to you, I think it is going in the right direction. I think the issues that were raised and the matters that are brought to our attention are matters of very good intention and important, and we will do our best. That is what we are doing on a daily basis. All the ministries, whether they are present or yet not, we are doing our best. As the vice president, I have a convening responsibility delegated to me by the president. And I am supposed to be dealing with all the ministries. I will call, I will follow, I will monitor, and I will engage, and they will work with me, and we are all working together. We are not seeing ourselves differently. We are seeing the difficult situation we have, and we have to deliver. We have to deliver, but we cannot do it alone. We need the support of everybody, all and sundry, but ethics of work must change. We must all be ready and forgive each other. I want us to forgive each other. I have forgiven all those who have been responsible for whatever thing that has happened to me. I have forgiven. Because it's the Gambia that I see, and I want us to move the country forward. If we all come together and forgive each other, we will move forward. I want to thank you all on behalf of Cabinet Ministers and His Excellency for giving me the opportunity to be here to give reflections on the matters that are raised. What I said earlier, the subject matter institutions and the technical people will respond to the issues, and I can assure you that we are together. We are together. We will move by the grace of Allah. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, and for those remarks and responses to the issues raised by honorable members. And I think at this point in time, we'll take a short break and come back, and hopefully after the signature of that very important meeting that Her Excellency is attending to, she will come back and join us, because this is adjournment debate. We're going to continue, and most of them will come back. So everybody is invited for lunch at the canteen. So if we can rush and come back by 4 o'clock so that we'll complete today's sittings.